you are college students. Living on your own for the first time, being a college freshman comes with a lot of newfound responsibility. As an adult, you have to learn how to make healthy, satisfying meals for yourself on a daily basis. Whereas your parents have been stocking the fridge for the last 18 or 19 years, you now have the freedom to eat whatever you want. For some, this means pizza, cookies, chips, ice cream. But in a study of 907 students done by the RWJ Foundation in the Midwest, more than 30% claim to have gained 10 plus pounds their freshman year. But you can't eat like that forever, and cooking your own meals is a necessary skill to have. You are now faced with planning out meals to cook for yourself. This is not a hard thing to do as long as you know 3 things. All you have to do is plan ahead, have some creativity, and pay attention to the labels of the foods that you're eating. The first step in making your own meals is planning ahead. There are 2 ways in which planning ahead helps to make cooking quick and easy. First, you must think about what you would like to cook for dinner that night ahead of time. This means taking a chicken breast out of the freezer to thaw while you're in class, or maybe marinating a pork loin overnight while you may or may not be getting some much-needed sleep. Planning ahead will make it easier for you to make a meal when you are hungry and press for time at 7 o'clock that night. The second way you can plan ahead is to have your kitchen stocked with versatile ingredients that can be used in a number of dishes. For example, things like canned tomatoes, corn, beans, chicken breasts, chicken stock, ground beef and turkey, beef, rice, pasta, and bread. All the basics. Because your fridge and pantry have things that can be used in any Mexican, Chinese, Italian, or even classic American-inspired dishes, you won't get burned out on just one type of dish. This will make you more willing to make the meals for yourself when you have options. The second thing you must do when making meals for yourself is have a little creativity with the food that you're making. This is achieved by being open to trying new dishes and by being inspired by your favorite dishes already. The ability to look in a pantry and see what ingredients you have and come up with something to eat comes with time. Cooking isn't so much of a science as it is an art. Think of it like painting rather than chemistry. This starts when you go out to a restaurant. Try something on a menu that you wouldn't normally try. You see, you might just like it. You might find that the broccoli or mushrooms you didn't like as a kid aren't so bad anymore. In Tara Parker Pope's New York Times article, she discusses how childhood picky eater Jill Bloomfield overcame this, saying, "I had to train myself to branch out and like more foods. And with that came learning how to cook. By branching out, this develops your palate, thus the more things you can cook for yourself. When coming up with meals to make, look up recipes online, check out the Food Network, maybe the Cooking Channel, or even recall a favorite dish that you had as a child. Know that these recipes are not set guidelines, and this is where your creativity comes into play. Put your own spin on the dish that you remember as a kid by adding pasta instead of rice, or adding potatoes and onions to a roasted chicken. These things may seem hard at first, but the more comfortable you become with the ingredients in your kitchen, the easier it will be to come up with your own meals. The last thing to do to make a healthy, satisfying meal for yourself is pay attention to the labels. This will save you hours at the gym and inches on your waist. Don't be fooled by low-fat, sugar-free advertisements. Read the label and judge for yourself if that is healthy. While something may be sugar-free, the sodium per serving size might be twice the daily intake you need. Francis Largeman details how processed foods account for 75% of the population's sodium intake per year in his Fit and Health article, Hidden Sodium, Where Does It Lurk? Make little efforts to buy fruits and vegetables instead of pastries for breakfast, or switch to margarine on your toast instead of butter. These are small changes you can make, and over time, it becomes second nature to reach for that 2% gallon of milk instead of whole. The first year of college is full of changes. This often can make you feel like you don't have time to eat right, or you just don't know how. But now you've learned that thinking ahead, being creative with what you can cook, and paying attention to the labels of what you're putting in your body are easy ways to make eating healthy happen. The sum of these ingredients will lead to a much healthy, happier you.